for the Big Ten. Obviously, these teams coming all the way to the West Coast. The travel is long. They have been putting some practices in place to make sure their players are moving, getting up early, getting prepared for this time zone challenge. They are going to try to perform at their best performance level today, but they put a ton of time and research and science into making sure the players are prepared to go. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions offense will be first on the attack. And here comes Rocco Beck. As we get late in the season, his performance has made him a contender, if not one of the favorites, for the Heisman Trophy. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a gap. It's Martin. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Keeps it on the option. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Well, one thing you know about Penn State when you've watched them play in recent years is they were absolutely loaded at running back. Maybe the best 1-2 combination over the last several seasons in Nick Singleton and Kaytron Allen, David. Now both those guys are gone. There's going to be some new faces toting the rock, but this is Penn State. They've got to be able to run the ball.
They do, and you think about this new era with Matt Campbell coming over, obviously bringing Hansen at the running back spot, but you know how he likes to do it, man. Multiple tight ends, run the football. Rocco Beck's going to be steady at quarterback, so whether it's Hansen, whether it's Peoples who comes over from Ohio State, I expect the ground game to be what Penn State fans are used to.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion. The Nittany Lions, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Straight ahead, it's Martin. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Look out! He'll get rid of it. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
He's got it on the run. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Nittany Lions go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He'll run it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Here's Williams to throw. Nice move to keep running. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The hand to the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Gets the back moving. Play action with Williams. Throws to the tight end. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Turning it on. Touchdown, Penn State. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Got his man downfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six Killer. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here putting on his best Sonny Six Killer impersonation.
That's caught. It's Moss. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The give to the lone running back.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Right at the line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Offside.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Throwing, Williams. He's got the tight end. There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Left side, it's Moss. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for it.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Husky. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Martin. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Moving the pocket, it's Beck. Throws quickly. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Williams. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming.
Going long. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
One of the things I love about bootlegs as a former quarterback is it's sort of a run-pass option yourself, right? You're given the choice and the freedom out in space to just do what the defense is not ready for. And that time, everybody covered in the back end, but no one there accounting for the quarterback. So go get as many yards as you can. Nice job.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Beck. Under pressure, and he avoids the sack.
You're welcome. That's what the defensive line just said to the secondary. Ball comes out quick, inaccurate, wide, because we're getting pressure on the quarterback right away.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Looking for the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
They're working that left side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Stealing a score on special teams. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 20. To 7. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
They'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Second and long here. Williams swings it out to the flat. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Williams looking for a man. Looking for a big play. Got it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Dropping back, it's Beck. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Man, this defense has their hands full today, because not only do they have to worry about the running backs, and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with.
Looking deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon, taking on the number 3 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
And the Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with the Penn State head coach coming out of the locker room. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Here's Williams to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Quickly to the tight end. Still running at the 40. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Running inside, it's Martin. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Working the ground game. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Throwing, Williams. Dumps it to the back. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Huskies. Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. At the 35, he's got room. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneak in the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. A little handoff, a little sneak attack. Great play call.
Breaks into the open. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Got a little space. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Drops back. It's Specht. Finds a spot in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Short pass. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Now from inside the red zone. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds. And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On third down, he drops to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. A first down run on the doorstep. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Penn State! And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
35, Washington, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
This game is a virtual wrap as we take a look at the top 12 scoreboard for Week 10. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one.
Flag 14, go, go!
Williams throws for the tight end. He's got it. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Huskies come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Williams will pass. Rush right in his face. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his second catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited him.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, it's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest, will cross that goal line, will take care of you, make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. The run inside. It's Martin. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get. Race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Long way to go on second down. Follows his blocks. It's Hansen. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. The official says no good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
And
sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Williams. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Third down from the gun, Williams. He's got it. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Williams to throw for it on fourth. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Finds his big tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again.
Makes the grab in their space. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Williams to throw. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but...
Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Williams looking for a man. He wants a big play here late, and his throw is incomplete.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Washington wants to go quickly.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Throwing, Williams. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And it's good! And they've made it a one-possession game here in the 4th quarter.
And that kick makes it a one-score game, but a lot of work left. Only one timeout left. We've got to get an onside kick. We don't have time to kick it and play defense and get the football back. Onside unit, what's your best look, man? Because you're going to need it right here.
Williams will pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Now Washington uses his 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Williams. They're all over it. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to pass. The clock an enemy. Oh, pressure's coming. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both